You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
First of all, that's how you know niggas do not fuck with you. How do you rob an armored truck and get $327,000 from the armored truck and you don't spend back on your bitches? Like, you hear me keep asking and keep talking to you about a BBL and you don't slide a bitch $10K out of that $327,000, nigga. You could have gave me $7,000. You could have gave me the $7,000. Why would you sit there and then hold all that money and then you gonna go to Texas? That's what you get, bitch. You went to Texas with our money and now you're in jail. I hope he hid that money, because when he gets out in about 15 years, I need that. I need a portion. All the shit that please send. I need some money. He need to call me and tell me where he put it. Mind you, and what's so funny is that I know they was probably scared of shit, the people who was driving the trucks, because he's tall as fuck. Like, in real life, he's tall. So, that's not funny. A big, tall, brown nigga, and I know he had a shiesty on. A big, tall, brown nigga. He ain't got a fresh haircut or nothing. I know he looks scary. And he always looked like he got crazy eyes. Like, he looked mean. But he really not mean. But, bitch, that is hilarious. It's not funny that he got caught, but is that why I ain't heard from him in like a month? Like, nigga, you... That's crazy. The last like conversation we had was on like Snapchat, and I've been like, where's this nigga at? Whole time this nigga done robbed a truck and then skated to Texas and wasn't gonna say nothing to nobody. This nigga with over $250,000 and wasn't gonna say nothing.
Hey, yo, black man, what's happening? Peace, man. Now, you guys just saw my intro with the Scarface video, and listen, that's my new intro. Scarface, listen, he said it best. You need the bad guy. You need me. You need to point the finger at somebody, because guess what? It's going to make you think twice, especially for black men. It's going to make you think twice about what you've been looking at your whole life growing up, right? And moving into this video, oh, and not to mention, if you see somebody copy that Scarface intro, listen, you saw it here first. But moving into the video, right? Look at the screen, right? So what you're looking at is a young black man, 29 years old, right? So let me read to you guys the caption on the picture. A 29-year-old man is facing federal charges after allegedly robbing a armored truck in Las Vegas and taking over $327,000 at gunpoint. Authorities arrested him in Texas before extraditing him to Nevada. He has a prior conviction for a 2018 armored truck robbery and is set to stand trial October 20th. Crazy, right? And the other part of this one, you know, what you see in the corner, the black woman who was talking about, you know, oh, this, that, and the third in the video, right? She's the one that, not the caption I just read, but she made a post about the guy. Apparently she knows him. And this is why I love Instagram, because women, especially black women, they tell on themselves. This is why I'm saying I don't see how guys can keep falling for what black women are talking about. How guys can keep, you know, being so optimistic. Oh, it's some good ones out here. Some good ones out here. No, no, it's not, bro. Please, for the young dudes under 30, please tell me, where are they? Are they in college? Are you meeting them at the beach? If you live on the West Coast, are you meeting them at the libraries? Are you going to fundraiser events? Are you going on church missionary events? Like, what are you guys doing? Where are you meeting these so-called quote unquote good black women from? I doubt it. But in the corner, what you see is what the young lady said, and that young woman is under 25. She says, "Oh my God, not one of my fine shits going to jail. What is going on today? So, okay, let's get into it. In the beginning of her clip, right? First of all, she's talking about how she expects money from Tyrone from hitting a lick. Now, mind you, if you risk your life to rob an armored vehicle, 327,000. Are you looking to go and split that money with anybody, black man? Now, it wasn't specified if he hit that lick by himself, which I 100% doubt. He robbed an armored truck vehicle by himself. Highly doubt that. But let's run with the idea of that he did, or he did it with a small crew, right? Over a $250,000. And she expects Glocktavius to break her off some money? For what? What were you a part of? How did you make that lick? How did you make that finesse possible? What did you brainstorm? What did you contribute? Nothing. But you expect money from him? You know, it's funny because they expect money out of Tyrone. I mean, who knows? Maybe they don't expect it. Maybe they might want money from Tyrone. They might want money from Glocktavius, but you, as the 10%, you, the perceived simp out there, she definitely wants your money. But we can also see she wants Tyrone's drug money. She wants Tyrone's scam money. She wants Tyrone's robbery money, right? But these guys get a pass because she believes that he is better than you. So he gets a pass in that way, right? But she thinks the money is hers. You heard how she refers to the money as ours. She says all this shit, and she kind of like cut herself off real quick. I guess she didn't really want to go into detail about it. She called herself, but she was pretty much gonna say all the shit that she puts up with and goes through, and no one is telling you to deal with that. No one is forcing you to deal with that. No one is in your ear saying, "Listen, Tyrone's a criminal. Tyrone's a drug lord. Tyrone's a robber. Tyrone does this and that." So because he does all this other stuff that you don't approve of and he's going to jail, no one's making you deal with that. No one's forcing you to. And I doubt anybody is, well, maybe other black women, but I doubt she has a large number of people in her ear saying, "Listen, deal with him, deal with him, deal with him." No, she's making that conscious decision on her own because why? When they look at these type of dudes, first of all, go back to the picture, right? You see the tattoo on his face. That represents a guy who doesn't want to work, right? When you put your dead homie on your forehead, you put your set, the gang you're a part of on your forehead, you put the street that you grew up on your forehead. When the rest of society looks at you, you're a problem. You're somebody who is a threat to the regular way of life, to the average individual, regardless of race. When you see a man with a tattoo on his face, these people are what would you call, what's the word I'm looking for? These people are casted out of society. Nobody puts tattoos on their face. Keep it a stack. In America, that doesn't get you anywhere. And outside of what a small subset of women, and this is why I talk so much about the whole assimilation and conforming, because when you do stuff like that, you only limit yourself to a small subset of women, specifically black women, right? And you know, black men, you get so caught up in wanting to fit into the culture, not realizing that the more you try to fit in with black American people, I mean, 'cause let's keep it a stack. Caribbean guys, they're not doing this on average. African men, they're not doing this on average as a collective. If you look at the collective of African men and Caribbean men living in America, you don't see guys doing this. There might be other negative connotations about what they're doing, but it's definitely not this. So let's keep it a stack. This is what happens when you want to fit into Black American culture. And this goes for other Black American men because this is what guys have to do in order to get access to women, in order for women to even look their way. It's insane. But then she moves on to say, listen, and this is the part that kills me. This is the part that kills me. She said the armored truck drivers were scared because that guy is tall. Again, she probably knows him in real life. And she said, oh, yeah, he's tall. She didn't specify what the height was, but the armored truck drivers are scared because he is tall. You see, I've been saying this in my videos for the longest. They view that characteristic, that specific trait about men as an intimidation factor. I mean, I'm not saying because a guy is towering over you, that wouldn't draw a certain level of intimidation. But being an armored truck driver, I mean, these guys know they're in a position where something could happen. You're not going to get the job as an armored truck driver, and it's your first day working as a security guard or, like they're not hiring nobody with no prior experience. This position is specifically given to men who have some kind of prior experience, law enforcement and or military. If you were a security guard working an unarmed position um for one of these security companies around the country, I can guarantee you're not going to get the job as a armored truck driver, right? It's no way. It's no way. But then you heard how she mentioned, she said, "Oh, he looks scary," right? So not only that the armored truck drivers are scared, but in her eyes, she perceives it as the fact that, oh, he's tall, oh, he has dilated pupils, because she said his eyes are scary. He's on drugs. He's popping Percocets. He's sipping lean. Obviously, his pupils are dilated, man. When you live a lifestyle where you don't care about yourself, when you live a lifestyle where you don't care about others, when you live a lifestyle where you do so many egregious things, people don't realize that stuff, that spirit, it takes control over your face. Like it tends to kind of morph your face a certain way, man. Again, these gremlin type dudes, these devil looking type dudes. I mean, it's just the fact that he's a bad person. That's why he looks the way he looks. That's why Black women are attracted to that, because they're also not good people. So of course, you see where I'm going with that. So then she goes to say, "Oh, he's tall. He has scary looking eyes and no haircut." So just off of those three things she named, that's why the armored truck drivers are scared of him. Not because it's a dusty ass black man who doesn't want anything positive to do with his life. He wants to rob an armored truck. Who is sitting around planning on robbing an armored truck? So then you rob an armored truck and then you escape Nevada and go to Texas? Why not leave the country? If you were already in Nevada and you were closer to the Mexican border and then you went to I don't know. Again, this is the mindset of Tyrone. They don't think. So they might think, okay, yeah, bro, let's rob this armored truck. What is your getaway plan? Let's say the finesse, let's say the lick is successful. What is your next step? See, you as the thinking black man, and I'm not saying that, listen, you should be thinking about robbing an armored truck, but my mother always told me something. If you're going to do something wrong, at least do it right. So after you rob an armored truck, again, the lick is successful. You guys got the money. Now you're in the getaway vehicle. What are your next plans? That's something Tyrone doesn't think about because he doesn't even believe the actual mission will be completed. These guys are just going off of a good guess. You know what I'm saying? Hoping to cross his fingers and they score. No preparation, no planning. You feel me? When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's one thing about these Tyrones and these Loctaviuses that black women seem to worship and love and praise so much, is that one thing I realized with these guys, when you plan to, well, I'm sorry, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Oh, but he's tall. Oh, he has scary eyes. Oh. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now, think about how she described this man, right? And it's love, it's praise, etc., etc. And then look at my most recent videos about Shakari Richardson. Look at her boyfriend Christian. Look at his image. And guess what he gets called? A coward. This guy in this video, she calls him fine shit. And guess what Christian gets called? A coward. A bitch. I mean, I don't think Shakari said that in the police video, but I'm pretty sure in closed doors when she was talking with her family, talking with her friends and cousins and etc. I bet you she calls Christian a bitch and a coward. And this man right here, he's called fine shit. I went to the comment section, right? 338 comments. Women were talking about, oh, he's fine. Oh, he's fine. Heart eyes. Heart eyes. Mm, mm. Cool. Cool. So, black men, keep this in mind, right? You're a coward. You're a thinking man. You're a coward. Because you're not tall, because you don't participate in illegal activities, guess what? You're a coward. And to finish it off, right? Shout out to AC. He always talk about the reach back. And what you're looking at on the screen right now is the same female at the end of her Instagram post. I need a regular boyfriend because other shits be with all the legal activities. Yo, 10%. And this is who I'm talking to. See, the reality is, man, you're not gonna end up at this point. When she's talking about how she wants a regular boyfriend, and when she's serious about looking for that kind of guy, 10%, you're gonna be so far ahead. Matter of fact, forget ahead. You're gonna be so far away. Your proximity to this, they can't even look in your direction for a regular boyfriend. And it's just sad because, for the perceived simp, like it's just so sad, man. And this is why I'm saying, yo, I don't mind being the bad guy. For the perceived simp, this is what you have to deal with. She goes out, she loves Tyrone, deals with Tyrone's nonsense, go and visit Tyrone at the jail, right? Put money on his J pay. Tyrone gets to blow her box out. She all stretched out, destroyed, bastard kids by him. You feel me? Emotions tarnished. Her self-esteem is tarnished. But all because she believed he was genetically superior to you. Oh, he was tall. Oh, he had a face tattoo. Oh, his eyes looked scary. Oh, he had big manhood. Oh, he was doing this. Oh, he was scamming. Oh, he was robbing. Oh, yeah, he a real nigga. Yo, all black men remember all of that stuff. They value all of those things, but the quote unquote regular boyfriend, yo, you're getting the short end of the stick. You're getting the bottom of the barrel, man. You're scraping the barnacles off the bottom of a ship. And they expect you to be happy. They expect you to be grateful. They expect you to appreciate them giving you an opportunity. No, forget the opportunity. Giving you a chance that they don't really want to give you. But like I've said in many videos, they need you. They need you. She was upset that Tyrone's, you know, $327,000 lick, he didn't break her off 10K for a BBL. So that just goes to show they don't care about these dudes' well-being. So she don't give a damn about the simp, and then she don't care about Glocktavius, but she wants whatever perceived benefit Glocktavius brings. I guess in their eyes, it has to be protection. Because me being 26, when I look back on all the dudes who I knew from my teenage years and like my 20s, all of the quote unquote hood guys, which is not many of them because most hood guys don't make money, but for the few guys who are in the streets selling drugs, scamming, and robbing people, and they're actually making money, these dudes don't spend money on black women. Man, the most I've seen these dudes do for black women had to be buying her a pair of Jordans. Now, maybe for older black men who come across this video and you grew up in the 80s, you grew up in the 90s, I can actually think about one. I can think about one older, no, maybe two. Two older black men, specifically one, but two older black men who were quote unquote, these street slash hood guys back in the 80s and 90s. And these guys actually bought the black woman a home to live in, like a mansion, or, bought her a vehicle. If anything, I've seen more of the quote unquote regular boyfriends provide a lifestyle for black women. Those hood dudes, the super scammer, super trapper, super robber, man, those dudes don't even stay free in society long enough to spend that kind of money on black women. I mean, he's not gonna do it anyways. You know what I mean? But most of those dudes don't even most of those dudes don't even stay alive long enough or remain free long enough to make that kind of purchases. It's regular, quote unquote, the perceived simp or the 10% who hasn't woken up yet, right? It's these men who have the real, legitimate money to go and put a black woman in a home, go and buy a black woman a brand new vehicle, go and put furniture in her crib, help her kids out and get them on the right path, man. Listen, but they laugh at you. They put you down, black men. Yo, this is why I'm telling dudes, all right, look, if you don't want to leave the country, pack your bags and move away from them. You don't realize how much easier your life is going to get when you move out of those environments that's close proximity to them. Again, I mentioned in plenty of videos before, even when I stopped making approaches, even when I stopped going out my way to try and, pursue black women, they still tried to pursue me. And guess which category of them was trying to pursue me? The worst. The ones who I wouldn't even want to be caught in public with. The ones who, even if she was fairly attractive or decent, single mom, or the chick that was messing with hood dudes trying to get the reach back. Again, the chick messing with bums trying to do the reach back. Like, it's gonna always be a bad deal for you because they don't believe you deserve anything good. They believe you don't deserve anything that you can be proud of, something that you can smile about. That's why when I tell black men, listen, go get your passport, you hear black women talk about, oh, they only want you for your money and a green card. Man, listen, shut the fuck up. Most dudes aren't looking to bring any woman back to America. And the reality is, most women aren't willing to leave their country. Like, what? But all because you're able to find an option that's better outside of them when they know they weren't even giving you a good option to begin with. When they see that you can do better than them, black men, especially like I said, for the 10%, because listen, for guys who are the 10%, we're supposed to be stepdads. We're supposed to be these black men that uplift the community. Man, fuck that. I'm not uplifting nobody outside of my circle, at least. If you not one of my mans, you not in my family, not my brothers, my mother. Yo, I don't care about that. The black community, the black community is controlled by black women. And guess what black women worship? Guess what black women love? Guess what black women praise? As far as when it comes to the men, as far as when it comes to behavior in the men, as far when it comes to an image within the men, it's everything that's negative. Everything that's negative. Anyways, black man, this is just more proof. Like I said, I love Instagram. Instagram shows me so much content that I can bring to you guys. And one thing about, and this is my last point. One thing about this kind of content I make, we can all look at the same thing, but we don't interpret it the same way. And that's why I love making this content, because I can see the reality behind it. I can see, again, this same chick right now, like I said, she's under 25 years old, but probably closer to 25 than what she is farther away from it. So think about this. In what, the next 5 to 6 years, she's gonna be looking around thinking, well, this same dude who I was so caught up on robbing armored trucks, serving 15 years in prison, hoping that he hid the money that he made from that lick, so when he gets out of prison in 15 years, he can break me off 10,000 for a BBL. That's where their mind is at. And then that same dude, because he's most likely not gonna have that money, right? When she hits 30, now she needs a regular boyfriend. She's talking about it right now, but that's not the reality. Their minds are too far gone, black man. It's done. Pack your bags, bro. Like I no, like Scarface said in the beginning, you need me to be the bad guy. So you can point your fucking finger and say, listen, he's the problem. Anyways, black man, I'm out. Peace.